Let's talk about England.
Mm-hmm.
Decent performance, happy?
Yeah, decent performance. It was a bit of a slow, sluggish start, I thought. Once we got our noses in front, there was lots. I mean, you're looking for partnerships. I'm looking at the team, and about you and I were discussing in the green room about watching the game. Who starts here? And the one that kind of stands out that 6 months ago would never have been on our lips or most people's lips is Nico O'Reilly, right? He's such a good player.
Yeah.
He is so accomplished, looks so comfortable. And there are certain players, right, that receive the ball and always have more time when they receive it, or look like they've got more time than they actually do have, because the way they receive it, the way their body shape is, they get their head up and they make things look easy. He's one of those, right? That was he 20? And he's only 20 years of age, the boy. He's at a handful of games in terms of like Premier League appearances compared to Harry Kane and like to Pickford and one or two others. It wasn't that long ago that you and I talked about Lewis Skelly saying this boy could get 100 caps for England. I don't see anyone challenging him. Well, you fast forward 6 months and now you've got Skelly's not in the squad, who's a brilliant player, by the way.
Yeah.
Now he can't get in Arsenal's teams because Falakiori's keeping him out.
Yeah.
Now you've got Nico O'Reilly, who actually, from what I understand, he's not a natural left back.
He was a number 10.
Right? So now he's come on the left. God, he looks so good. So he's solving a problem out there because that left back has not really been nailed down. Right back looks like it has with James. Goalkeeper has. The centre half position with Mark Guehi being out. Conser and Stones, great deputies. I think that Guehi comes in right now. I mean, the left back situation, I would love to know what fans think about that. Who is that guy that's got the shirt? Who do you think's got it right now?
O'Reilly.
It's his debut.
Yeah, I know.
That's how because.
But I like everything about him.
I agree.
Balance, left-footed. Strong going forward. Loves getting forward. He doesn't get scared going forward because he's been a number 10. Comfortable on the ball, physical. He's tall. Doesn't look like he's going to get
ticks
beat
a lot of boxes, right?
He looks class. I really like what he's about. Fair play to the boy. Quick rise to fame, and you look at it now and go, God,
he looks so accomplished, and so everything comes easy to him.
What did you make of Harry Kane?
Right, so look, Harry Kane is one of the best. I don't care what anyone thinks of this. He's one of the best players in the world right now. Right, he can do so many jobs, and he does them effortlessly. He scores goals for fun. Look what he's doing at Bayern Munich. Technically, he is such a brilliant footballer. You could probably play him. He's one of those players. Wayne Rooney was like this. Wherever you put him on the pitch, whatever position he played, even out of position, he'd probably be the best player on the pitch. I've seen Wayne Rooney play midfield, 10, left wing, right wing, centre forward. He was the best player on the pitch.
Yeah.
Why? Because he was naturally.
But we don't need Harry Kane playing as holding midfielder. We need Harry Kane up front.
I know, but what that does, and I've seen this under Southgate, what that does, it frees up space in behind. We do have runners. That's why I think he likes pace out wide. That's why I think Grealish is going to miss out.
Yeah.
He likes Gordon. He likes Rashford. He likes Saka. Bellingham can do that. Madueke can do that. Yeah. Rodgers can do that. They can fill the void he leaves.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. There was one occasion, however, where he picked the ball up and he was the deepest outfield player on the pitch. But he played a brilliant ball over for literally
for Rashford,
60-yard ball into Rashford.
Yeah.
And you're like...
No, but do we want Harry Kane picking the ball up off the back four? Listen, I love it, and it's breathtaking to watch, and I think he's fantastic. I've seen him do it for Borussia Dortmund. He plays in a little number 10 role. He gets in little pockets, and his ball retention is incredible. His passes are great. But tonight, I love it, but do we need it? I want to see Harry Kane affect the game in the final third. And and I'm not saying not drop off and get into little false areas like a false nine gets into pockets and we have runners off him. I don't want to see him the other side of the halfway line picking the ball up deeper than Declan Rice. I don't want to see that. I mean, there's one point, Jason, in the second half, and it's great. He's on the edge of the box. He makes a sliding tackle. It's a great tackle. But for me, I look at it and say, okay, it's a great tackle from Harry Kane on the edge of the box. But why is Harry Kane on the edge of the box? Something's gone wrong positionally if Harry Kane is diving in on the edge of the box to make a tackle.
No, it's not. I'm not going to disagree. It's not ideal, but I think the structure of the team, if Tuchel, don't forget Tuchel worked with him at Bayern, right? He knows Harry Kane. Harry Kane has matured. He is a wonderful, wonderful footballer. Harry Kane has matured into an all-round attacking player. His passing ability, some of his hold-up play and link-up play. Honestly, he is so good. I take your point, but I think when he does drop deep, and of course, we want Harry Kane infecting the ball, but you know what? I see him drop deep, ping balls out, and then 10 seconds later, he's in the box to try and get it. He can't do it from edge of our own box.
No.
But it'd be interesting to see how that relationship develops, because there's the Bellingham scenario, there's the Phil Foden scenario.
Mm-hmm.
How does that structure work within that squad, within that team?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, largely, I thought it worked. But I take your point.
Yeah.
I want Harry Kane getting on the end of Harry Kane crosses. That can't happen.
Yeah. England continue their perfect qualification campaign 2-0 against Serbia tonight. Faker Others is alongside Thomas Tuchel right now.
Thomas, congratulations. What pleased you most about that performance?
The performance itself against a complicated, strong opponent and in a difficult match. They knew everything about us. We knew nothing about them. And they have quality, and they were re-energized from the new coach and well drilled, and they had a context to the match that we didn't have. It was a final for them, so it was difficult. And first half, we needed to put a lot of effort to shut them down, which we did excellent in first half. Second half, we struggled with our pressing. They escaped in the deep build-up and had some fast attacks because of that. I'm not so sure why this happened, but it happened. So we needed to put a lot of effort in, especially in the last line, to keep a clean sheet. Compliments to the last line, because they did excellent, and it was a huge physical output again from the whole team, especially in through the whole match. To control the majority of the ball. So in all aspects, I'm happy about that, because it was a real test. And we won, we kept a clean sheet. Atmosphere is good, energy is right. So.
In many ways, do you feel like you learned more from this game than you did the 5-0?
No, not more, but it's important to have all kinds of games. You know, like let's say if Harry maybe can score the header in the end of the first half, and we score then maybe the first chance we have in the second half, then yeah. Everyone thinks and things just go always in your way. It's good to overcome obstacles, and it's good to have a period where we cannot score the second one, and they create chances, and to stay stable and not lose our head and regain control. It's good to have answers and proof of concept in all kinds of scenarios. And yeah, that's why I'm happy for that. It's good.
You know, I always end up being on body language watch, and you and Anthony Barry were very animated, particularly in the in that first half. What were you wanting that you weren't seeing? What was working? What wasn't?
No, we had to adapt to we didn't know how they would line up, and so we needed to adapt our pressing, which we did. But I liked our first half. We always tried to help and always tried to push. Harry dropped a lot into midfield to distribute the balls. I think we got dangerous from the wide areas, from the long switch of play. The players figured that out very quickly and executed it good. Not so clinical from the wingers and to maybe score a second one earlier, but the effort was there, and you have to trust me. It needed today a lot of effort to not lose ball possession and to not concede more chances, because they have a certain quality, and they showed it.
Yeah, you could see that for sure. When you made the 4 changes, what were you thinking? What was it? A new injection of energy, and how pleased were you with the 4 players that came on?
I think they were straight away there. First of all, they had straight away an impact. We needed more energy. The game was a little bit like stuck. And we paid a bit the tribute for the high intensity against the ball. So we had 4 new players straight away, because I didn't want to have any other a second and a third interruption of the match. So we decided for 4 changes, new quality. They straight away had an impact. Especially offensively, they had the impact. The match got a little bit stretched. Suddenly, our field got a bit stretched. I'm not sure if I like it. I'm not so sure why this was the case. And we had to overcome some difficult moments, but in general, good impact from the bench. Phil assisted. Ebb scored, beautiful goal. So ticked the box.
It ticked the box indeed. We'll see you in Tirana. Thank you.
Thank you.